Right. It's ready. It's streaming. Share the links. Share the look. Share the looks. The links. Once found a silver links quarter. Okay, that's very interesting. And let's. You don't want that actually. I want to copy that bit there, and then go on to the other social medias. So, it's not yet dawn, mind you. Who's listening now? Well, I might as well say it. Maybe someone's going to watch this from the beginning. It is not yet dawn, and that is an ideal time on the Sunday to do some work. The Sabbath is on the Saturday. Yeah. See, you take your day off. Take your day off Friday. You know, go brumming around and go to the pub, have a lie on Saturday, do what you do, and then Sunday work. And that way you don't dread Mondays because it's just another day. Anyway, so that's all the links shared out. Good morning, because it is morning where I am, and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator. And look at that, someone's starting early. Already got one viewer. Well, you're in for a treat. Let's just deliver our morning bread. I say you're in for a treat. You're in for a typical show, which is to say, me talking about whatever tickles my fancy as I watch the dawn happening. So, let's go and select a job, shall we? Go to the... This game contains unauthorized modifications. No support is available for modified games. In case of problems, crashes, try to remove your mod packs. But I like my mod packs. Actually, two things. One, I've got the money, so let's go and buy a garage. Set the sat-nav for saying that's 200 meters away. Anyway, so let's go off. I like trucking, I like trucking, I like trucking because I like to truck. I like trucking, I like trucking. If you don't like it, then tough luck. Alright, so the Strasbourg garage is mine. Hey, maybe I can get the lucrative contract to transfer the European Parliament from Brussels to Strasbourg every 6 months. Imagine that. Imagine you had like the House of Commons situated in London, Westminster, but then every 6 months it gets transported to York. You know, you just get a whole bunch of lorries in the middle of London, and all of the stuff's being moved to York. Ridiculous. Oh, wait, no, this is not the place to buy it. Actually, it probably is the place to buy it, but I like doing it this way. As I'm here, go forward a bit more. I wish to purchase this garage. So let's reverse a bit. There it is. Buy it. Yes. The garage is now mine, but that's not good enough. So if I go to Garage Manager, let me see, we've got all of these properties already. Oh, how did you get that when you've only level 17? Surely you can't have accrued that much money. Yes, that is correct. However, I'm very pleased. I've got cloud saving on this one, so if ever I reinstall Windows or Linux on my computer, I can just very quickly... Oh, I don't have anyone in Nantes. Well, okay, I'll upgrade that as well. I'll fix the situation. But yeah, I did it once before, and I got really far into the game, and lost that save, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered. Just gave myself an injection of 10 million euros to start with, so I could have a couple of garages. Anyway, so I got 16 million euros, really don't have to worry about much. So yeah, just get out of that. I'm going to do some administration. Because after all, it's early morning. You may not want to immediately go on the road. You may just want to, do some paperwork. Fill out your ATA carnet documents, your letter of attestation, sort out your travel insurance. Go to the weighbridge to make sure that your payload is not exceeding the road rates. You may even want to do some of your driver's vehicle qualification, which needs to be updated every 5 years. After all, if you're going to be a commercial driver, it's your job to make sure that you're up to date with all of the functioning of your job. Anyway, let's refuel my my vehicle. Not the cheapest diesel in all of Europe. Currently that's in Luxembourg. Although I'm sure with the addition of the Baltic states that may change in the future, because I can't imagine Turkey pays more for fuel than Luxembourg. But that is why... there we go. And the LEDs inside my computer flashed green when it filled up. So anyway, that is done. Now. Let's do driver manager. So where am I? I am in the Volvo FH Classic in Genoa. I want to relocate me to Strasbourg. Actually, I don't like Strasbourg, so let's go in... where's Nantes? There's Nantes. Yep, I'm going to be on the Bay of Biscay. So relocate there. Please select an available slot to continue. So I was in Genoa. Okay. Right. And truck manager. Let's do that as well. So purchase from the truck dealers. Yep. Buy from that one. So if you're watching now and you're wondering, hey, you're not driving Hobbit, what's this? Well, I've just bought 2 garages. Or correction, I bought one, and I noticed my garage in Nantes, near Brest, was unpopulated. So I'm going to be populating it. Scania S or Scania R. What's the difference between Scania S and Scania R? So that one's got a 520 horsepower engine, 600 litre fuel tank. Yeah. This one, same axle configuration, 500 horsepower, 600 litre fuel tank. Well, let me have a look inside, because the interior often forms my purchasing decision. Okay, we've got sat-nav there. Yeah. Got ourselves a drinks holder. I mean, this is quite a nice interior. I like this, so... however, I really want to see... not sure about that screen. I mean, I quite like having a lot of clearly defined details. So, right, so that's the Scania... the Scania R. Let's have a look at the Scania S. It would be really nice if I could see it when the screen is on. Well, that looks like a very similar thing. So... there's a different livery inside, there is that. And let's have a look at the Scania Streamline. So let's have a look at that. Let's go in the interior. And... you see, that, I think, is a clearer screen. So... well, what if I buy... the Scania Streamline for Nantes, and if I don't like it, then there'll be a Scania S for Brest, Strasbourg, I should say. Anyway, so let's make sure the cab is a top-line cabin, yeah. And then 624 mid-lift, so that guy provides some extra steering. Yeah, okay, I'll do that, yeah. 520 horsepower engine, because why not? Let's see, 12 speeds retarder. That one's got a bigger differential, so I think that means when in 12th gear it'll be a lower rev range, so a bit more fuel efficient. So let's go exclusive. Exclusive livery or exclusive that? Dark or beige? I like beige, so I'm going with beige. And, oh look! There we go. We can have the Scania livery. Oh, hang on. Apply color preset. Same color preset as my Volvo, but doesn't really make much difference, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, well, anyway, bright yellow it is. Ah, Grand Citrine Metallic. Hey, how's about that? Yeah. Okay, and let's fit it out with all the bits which are necessary. So we shall have some Michelin. You know, normally I just go, oh yeah, Michelin X-Line NGF. That's A-rated for efficiency. And it's got B handling in wet weather. They've all got B handling in wet weather. That one's got D handling, but that's just the basic one. B, C's, C, B. What about this one? X-Line Energy F compared to X-Line Energy F. So it's a slightly thicker tyre. Oh, well, let's go with it. I mean, I don't have to be that careful on these. Oh, no, I wanted Grand Citrine Metallic. Ah, let's just have it white. There we go. Nice and white. And this is a very important part of purchasing your lorry. You have to make sure that all the options are as you want. So let's have a Titan. No, let's have a Scania plate. We've got Scania. There's a Scania plate. There, nice and simple. Now we just put in some painted wheel nuts, and I'll paint those white. Oh, it makes no difference. There we go. Have them shiny and chrome. That makes all the difference. So, oh look, it says V8 on it. So if you're watching this now, and you're wondering, what's going on? Well, I've just explained a few minutes ago, so be patient. The driving will happen. It's going to happen. We're going to do it. Oh yeah, can I have a custom paint? Yeah, I don't like that white. I want it white. What do you mean I can't have no Scania plates on it? Well, what does that look like? Yeah. What about that one? And can I have that in that colour? Yeah, that looks alright. I think that looks pretty boss, if you ask me. Oh look, there's the Scania. Scania. There we are. Just to make sure people know it's definitely a Scania. This video has been brought to you by Scania. Scania endorses everything I've ever said at any time, at any point in my life. Yes. Brought to you by Scania. Fuck you, I'm driving. I need to watch Idiocracy at some point. I tried to find the DVD of it, but couldn't. What's this? Michelin X Multi-Way? What was that? I mean, it's D-rate D, so it's not good for fuel, see? And it's an expensive one. And it's noisier than the others. Is that supposed to be like, what, good for building sites, maybe? But anyway, X-Line Energy F, I think is what we got different. X-Line Energy D2. Right, let's go to that one and just find out. Good morning, if you're watching this now. I'm carefully considering what lorries I will have in my newly purchased garage in Strasbourg. So that's the X-Line Energy F, the 38565. So this is 315. Oh, it's a different wheel configuration. So I can't have the well, anyway. That one there is A-rated. That's the one which does the majority of the work, because these are rear-wheel drive vehicles. So let's have it in brown to say, like, I do the work and you white ones, you don't do anything. Yeah. So we've done that. Let's have a look here. Well, that's just stock configuration. That's a stock configuration. You get more options with the Volvo ones, really. Oh yeah, don't want plastic. Can we have it painted? Paint's good. Shiny and chrome. I don't like that shiny and chrome, so let's have it in paint. Yeah, I think that makes a good difference. And as I speak, it's not yet dawn, the sun hasn't broken, but I can see it. It's a very misty morning out there in the twilight. And, hey, what's this? Custom flag? Oh, yeah, that's right. You can have a custom EU flag. Yeah, let's have an EU flag because, you know, Brexit means Brexit. Hey, Griffin number 2. Hey, that's alright. Yeah, have some horns. Don't know what they're going to sound like, so... No, we're not going to have those because we're not doing loads which need it. So let's have some additional lights so that I can see right into the hills and mountains. And do some more of those. So 6 lights on the top. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is going to cause temporary blindness. And Monsieur Biberam. Yep. And then a couple more horns. We'll have a thunder there. Yep, that's not touching the lumens. That's good. And we'll have the corresponding thunder there. So we'll have thunder. And then have we got some... A screamer, that's right. This is very important. Oh, look, I already have some lights here and here. Can you see? Let me just have a look, because I haven't got OBS on that one. There's me. Let's see if it actually displays my cursor. Yep, you can see my cursor in the game. So look, I've got a light there and a light there. But anyway, so we go to this bit. Mirage, Sting, Viking. Or if I just go to the stock one, it's that. Well, the stock one gives me more lights. So we'll go with the stock. And, oh, I can have another flag there. There we go. Poster double, which is customizable, so you can have your own poster. What's that saying? Can't see, can't read. I'll have to read it another time. Ruler of the road. It's king of the road, but yeah, okay, we'll go with that. And, I'm going to have a look at these customizable posters. Because I think it's just a case of you replace the bitmap with whatever you want. Nice. Anyway, let's get some more lights. We need light there. Oh, click on it again. And I have a light there. And a light there. And a light there. Oh, I can have some screamers here. So I have a screamer there. Screamer there. I wonder if it sounds like the Aztec death whistle. That'd be funny. You need one which goes awooga. Oh, roar. There we go. Roar. Roar. Right, what can I have in here? I can have a license plate. And this one will say Willie. Yeah. And this one will be yellow and say bum bum. There. Willie and bum bum. Now, grey or white? Grey, white. Well, the grey matches the grey there, so that's very important. Oh, Lawrence Llewellyn and Bones watching this and going like, oh yes, Hobbit's in decorative choices for his lorry. Very tasteful. Very, very tasteful. So we'll have a small side marker on the right, and likewise a small side marker on the left. And then we'll have an indicator there, and an indicator there, and finally we'll have just some lights on the skirt as well. 'Cause I want this vehicle to be highly visible. I want people to know their doom approaches. And that's something my Volvo didn't have. That thing there means that when I'm driving, I can look there and go, that's how close I am to the curb or the wall or wherever it is. So anyway, the interior. Let's get this done right. So this, let's have, I prefer that livery. Oh, but that one's got leather on it, like my steering wheel. That's comfortable. Yep, I'm having that. I know it's only pixels on the screen, but come on, we got to... And you can have Coca-Cola Light and Coca-Cola Zero. What's the difference? Well, one's in a grey can, and the other one's in a black can. But no, I'm having... No, that's not it. That's the one. Some rusty lemonade. Yeah. Oh, that pizza. Oh, that's greasy. Oh, it's just like my car. It's got some window lean. Oh, Amiga format. Yeah. Amiga's better than Commodore. Yeah, nice. Lezet, what is that? Oh, the magazine about pasties and pies. But it's all in Turkish, so let's go back to Amiga format. There we go. Some Amiga format, and let's have the dash here. I want to just have some various items. We'll have some polos, because I like polos. Oh, do you like a polo? Pants off, leg over. And we'll have our Carnet TIR, my 88 Garnet. Oh, Petit Beurre. Oh no, camels! Yeah. But where's my wallet going to go? Polos, I'm sorry, you're going to go in the glove compartment. Actually, no. I'm going to pretend that my wallet is in the glove compartment, so that's fine. Now. Oh, ambient lights orange. Yeah. Orange ambience. I like a bit of orange. No, it's not because I'm Dutch. I'm not Dutch. Belgian. There's a difference. Oh, yeah, just... No. The ultimate. Roof fan. Roof fan UK. Oh, yeah. God, they got a lot of stuff in here. You could have a Lambda shuttle, yeah. You can have an X-wing. You could have a Pokemon. Hey, I like that. It looks like you know, one of those Chinese dragons, which they have the thing. Oh, but I can have a Monsieur Biberon. Monsieur Biberon. Or a CB radio. A magneto-inductive compass. What is a magneto-inductive compass? Chat, if you know what a magneto-inductive compass is and how that's different to a compass, please let me know, because I'm quite interested. I can have curtains, but I think I want ambient orange glow. Anyway, I think this is all looking good, so let's go ahead and purchase 5 of these for 318,000 euros. Wow, this costs more than the garage. Look at all that with its bling and ting. You know I'm a serious lorry driver if I got all this bling and ting. So I'll get one for me. And now, there's nothing stopping you from having a whole bunch of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Of different, you can have 5 different lorries in a garage, but seeing how long it took just to make all those purchasing decisions for one, customization options I should say, don't really want to do it. So yeah, I mean I could just go ahead and purchase another 10 of those, sorry 5, but anyway, I'm going to purchase a Scania R, and I'm going to go through the different options here. So we have a normal roof or high roof, chassis 2x4 mid-lift, or we can do an 8x4, but really the engine power doesn't suit it, and I'm not doing heavy cargo. 6x4 long, 6x4 mid-lift. Yeah, we'll do 6x4 mid-lift. And make sure 520 horsepower engine, so it's the same engine as the other one. Same gearbox here. I don't understand what the 12 plus 2 speeds is, or how I'd select it. But anyway, we'll do that. And oh look, we got some wood veneer, or is that wood paneling? Light wood, and what's the V8 paneling? Well, the V8 just replaces the wood with the red stuff. All right, let's go with red stuff. Yeah, let's do that then. Paint job, cardinal red metallic. No, I think we do a bit scales of might. What if I do? So this colour, I want it to be red. Can I do red? Right, there's a red. Unless I don't want to be blue. Oh, that's quite special. Yeah, I'll go with that. And then finally we shall have a yellow. Oh no, look at that. That clashes. Nice. It's not me who's having to look at the paint job, it's everybody else. So let's see, we'll go with Michelin X-Line. No, that is the quietest rated running wheels, so we shall have the quietest rated running wheels. Use that colour. I want you to, yep, apply that colour, rightio. And then we shall just have, let's just go with chrome. And then this bit, where's, there is Scania. Right. Oh yeah, that's very nice, we'll do that. Elegance. Paint V8 and stock 2, yeah, that's good. Make sure we have the same wheels here. What's the quietest? 69, those are the most quiet. I, for some reason, have some apprehension over pronouncing that word, like I've lost the ability to pronounce QU. And have a Scania, because I definitely want people to know that this vehicle is a Scania. And where's the 69 dB one? There it is. That makes a whole decibel of difference. Well, you know, I'm being courteous to the road users. And I hope my other drivers, which I hire, will be courteous to the road. So we'll have chrome in there. And vanity. Because I'm so vain. Oh look, we get a bit more options with this one. So we'll go... Yeah, look at that. Now that is an unusual thing. I don't like the cyan blue, so am I going to spend some time... I think I will be spending time modifying that. But anyway, have some ninja paint in there. And stock chrome. Okay. Oh yeah, chrome on that one. And let's just make sure... Yeah, we've got some lights in there, that's good. Got some lights there. Won't bother with any... Let's just have a basic ball bar. Lumen chrome. And it's a Scania, yep. Those lamps in there. Exclusive in chrome. Stock. Hey look, I can put some lights in there. Oh, strobe lights. Now that's how to dazzle your enemies. Yeah. Other road users are your opponents. Eliminate them. So I'll do some lights there, do some lights there, do some lights there. I really want to get driving, so how much more of this do I have to do? Telepass devices, there we go. Right, so let's go into the interior and make sure the interior is everything as we want. So we will have an ambient light, red. Oh yeah, make it look like the interior of some Imperial ship. And then, speak of an Imperial ship, TIE Fighter. There we go. No, not going to bother with the dash stuff there. Just your Marlboros. I like Marlboro Reds. And Ustuk. Oh! So you get some underfloor lighting. You know what? I think I might like the R spec more than the other spec. A sleeping bag? Yeah, you might want a sleeping bag. Although that should be stocked under there, so no, we won't have that there. We shall have hand delivery cargo boxes. A backgammon board. Oh, I love backgammon. Seriously, if there's a pub with backgammon in it, I am playing it. And if people don't know how to play it, I will teach them. It only takes about 5 minutes. But anyway, that's it all done. Confirm. And then let's purchase that. And that will go into the garage in Strasbourg. So let's try out these 2 new lorries. I'm not going to hire any more drivers just for the moment. Not until I've ridden both of these vehicles to compare them. So, Strasbourg. And then based on that, I'll move myself either to Nantes or Strasbourg until I buy some more garages. I should buy one in Belgium, shouldn't I? After all, I got myself represented in the UK, have myself in Belgium, and then I can do trips to and from. But anyway, that's all done. So now, are you ready for this? It is time for a job. No, I don't want rock law, whatever that is. Job market. External contracts. And we are going for distance. I just want the shortest routes. Nantes to... That is longest route. So, route length. Reims to Reims. Yeah, but that's Rennes to Nantes. Okay, we'll do that one. We'll do some empty barrels. Begin the delivery. Right. Check on the fire. Log on. Do I have a button? I don't yet have a button for lifting and lowering the mid wheels, so that's one more thing I need to do. So throttle, shift up, shift gearbox shift, parking, engines, trailer, retard, lift drop axle. That's what I want. So lift drop axle will be that button there. Right. And now, engine on. Oh, engine off. Oh yeah, that's a nice subtle glow. Oh yeah, I need to do light adjustment. So front auxiliaries, roof auxiliaries will be turned on. But let's just change my view. That's the one I like. Now, is it that one? What's the one which changes camera? I want an external view, you see. Oh, well, there we go. There's an external view. So let's try it. Right, so that's lifted up. That's down, so let's go in reverse. And we have two sets of wheels working in unison, which means that the turning circle is nice and tight, which I think will help quite a lot on some of those smaller ones. But anyway, so I've done that. Now let's have a look. What information can I change? Oh no, that's not information. There. Yep, these are quite useful, so we'll do that. Sat-nav's quite small, so anyway, let's see if it's satisfactory. Nothing coming that side. Oh, that engine tone sounds good. Roar. Let's try out the air horns. Yep, that's definitely going to alert other road users to my presence. Oh yeah, that's definitely not musical. Oh, but listen to that engine. I think I could be happy listening to that. Whose great idea was it to put a tram station in the middle of a roundabout? I've seen this in Belgium as well. Brum, brum. I like the indicators as well, nice muted sound. Yeah, this is quite a nice lorry. But at the same time, the interior sidings on the other one looked very nice. No, not that one. Actually. Yeah, that's the one. Just angle it so I can still see the sat-nav, but have maximum viewing of the road. Yeah, that's what I need. engage the cruise control. And let's have a look at some of the information. No, that's wiper control. Cruise control set to that. There's the engine speed. And that's the turbo pressure. Or maybe, no, I think that's the pressure in the air brakes. That's probably a more important gauge. I've taken away air brake simulation because it just means that when you start the lorry, you have to wait a while for it to build up pressure. Lorries, like trains, have a fail-safe braking system, whereas cars have a fail-dangerous braking system. No, because, I mean, cars, they do have emergency brakes as well. But anyway, the point being, with lorries and trains, is you need positive pressure on the brake discs or drums in order to do something. In order to keep the brake discs separated. So if ever you lose air pressure, the brakes will activate and then you won't be able to go because the brake's on. So if ever there's a loss of air pressure, the brakes just turn on. And that is called a fail-safe system, because if you've got a loss in the brake pump, then you won't be able to activate the brakes. So it fails safe, which is what you want with a large vehicle. Anyway, maximum speed 90 kilometers an hour on the French roads, which is why I prefer going in France. And unfortunately in this game, the speed limiter is a hard set to 90 kilometers an hour if you're taking an external contract. I prefer external contracts because... Why do I prefer external contracts? I think they're more lucrative? Not sure. I'll do an internal one and see which one pays better. But for the moment I'm just doing short routes because I'm evaluating the Scania Streamline, which is what I'm driving here, versus the Scania R. Alerting him to my presence. I think there's a system in France as well as other European countries called prioritaire à droite, which means priority to the right. And as you can see, oncoming traffic comes from the right, so you're supposed to give way to it. Whereas in the United Kingdom we have a system where if you're on the road, you have priority. People coming into a junction always have to give way to those on the road, which, call it cultural bias, I think is a superior system. However, I can understand the merits of giving way to those on the right, and really it's just a case of where you're brought up. But mind you, I would say the Continentals have had to acquiesce to the idea that if you're on the road, you have priority, which is why you'll see many roads when you're driving which will have a orange diamond with a white background. And I asked my family, I said, well, what does that mean? Tell me what it means. And they said, that means you're on the priority road. Right, and what does that mean? Well, if you're on the priority road, you have priority, so you don't have to give way to those on the right. But actually, at the same time, it doesn't matter. There's been a few times before where... Hang on, let's get this lined up. There's been a few times when I've been driving on the continent, and I've come to a junction. Without thinking, I give way, because, hey, it's a junction, give way. And then the other driver will stop, and then they'll wave me through. And I'm not lined up. So, let's go forward a bit. First gear. Let's go back a bit. That's forward. I should have engaged the handbrake, and of course you'd have trailer brakes and stuff like that, but in the game I have it so that trailer brakes are deactivated automatically, and of course this is the bit where you get out of the vehicle, do a walk around check, because I don't know who's loaded this trailer, and you check to make sure, like, am I going to be in trouble if I drive off with this? Is the load safe? Is the load not overweight? Has it been well loaded? Is there any obvious problems with the trailer? Have I secured all the wires from the tractor unit to the trailer so that lights and brakes will work? But welcome to Euro Truck Simulator, not Euro Truck for real. They can't have all the aspects. I and I think probably a lot of other people that play this game would love if it had that level of detail, but considering it's a small team, they have to do what they can do. Anyway, stop, which means that I am coming onto a road which they have priority on, and that's okay. God, why would you want more traffic than what this... I mean, this is why I love the game. It's just that I'd love roads which were as sparsely operated as this, which is, I think, why a lot of lorry drivers are quite happy to start at 3 or 7 in the morning, just so they can avoid all the traffic. Alright, that's a priority road as well. I thought that was going to... You see, I'll tell you all this stuff about, oh yeah, it's priority on the right, and then there's all these people just going like, no, fuck you, I have priority. Oh, I see. So you decided you were going to overtake me on the inside to go the... He crashed into me. Ho-hum. I've been looking at the speed instead of the road ahead. It's fine. Anyway, it's only used... Was it used packaging or empty pallets? It's not a fragile load. Too fast. Turbocharged V8. That has got a really nice rumble to it. Right, now I can relax. Back to Nantes I go. And that green light there, I assume, means that I have the wheel lifted. Yeah, it looks like a wheel lift symbol. I'm not familiar with it. Let him know I'm here. And he's overtaken. There's no way I'm going to catch up to him. I was very tempted to give him an encouraging shunt forward, so I'm letting know he doesn't need to brake that much. When you're the king of the road, sometimes you have to tell the peons what to do. Yes. Alert other road users to my presence. Now he is alerted to my presence. What a cunt. I would never drive like this in real life. Right. So good morning if you're watching this. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. I did all my pre-driving checks earlier this morning whilst it was still night. And I am not following the road. I've got to follow the road. I purchased 10 more lorries to go in my 2 new garages. One in Nantes, the other in Strasbourg. And then I forgot what pedals the brake and came into the roundabout perhaps a bit too fast. So this one is a Scania Streamline, and so far I've got to say I like it. I liked the Volvo, but I like this one as well. Oh, I see. So, in this roundabout, it was priorité à droite. Right. You see, that's why I'm saying that the Continental system is inferior to R1. Because on R1, it's just assumed that here's a junction, it's because you're coming onto the main road, you give way to it. And because every road is like that, it's a consistent application. But mind you, you can't see my fingers pointed, but there's the orange diamond with a white background. So we are on the priority road. Anyway, back in Nantes. Well, hang on, if I was on the priority road, then he should have given way to me. See? Inconsistent. Don't like it. Which is why when I go over there and I get to a junction, I just automatically assume he's a French driver, he doesn't know what he's doing, he's probably had 2 bottles of wine, just let him go in front of you. You don't want him behind you. In fact, you don't even want him in front of you, you want to give him a wide berth. So if you give all the other road users a wide berth and mount the curb, well, my instructors would love to see this video. Then you'll be fine. Anyway, I have priority. So you're just going to have to wait until I get in here. Press the following key to handle the job delivery. Is there any buttons I can... I mean, what do these buttons do? Ah. Those are lights up, aren't they? Oh, I believe he's trying to alert me to his presence. I shall alert him to my presence. Ah, so this is where that mid-lift is going to come in useful. So let us engage the mid-lift. Right. I shall respond to all of them in kind. So I've got the both sets of steering wheels engaged, and it wants me to get there behind that trailer. So I'm going to do a U-turn and I'm going to reverse it in, because it's not as if I can go forward now, is it? Right, let's go forward. That's got a nice purr to it. That's the important thing. I mean, it's what you're listening to most of the time, right? You don't want to have an engine which is going all the time. You want one of these. Now, some argument can be made that the biggest engine isn't necessarily best, because it's not the most fuel efficient. However, you will be limited on what loads you can carry. Right, so get in there, and then now. Do it now. I am Right, misjudged that one, so go forward. Let's do that again. Don't touch the other trailer. Don't touch it. That's going to touch. So go forward. Actually, look all... Oh no. I turned my wheels without moving. That's a cardinal sin. That's how you ruin your tyres. This game was made for autists and germs, or do I repeat myself? Yeah, it's redundant. Saying autistic germs is like saying pat testing. Portable appliance testing. Anyway. That's a better angle. Is SCS Software a German company? Because SCS Software makes it. Don't know. Or that. Oh, look. If I go forward just an inch... Sorry. 2.56 centimetres. And take those off. There we are. Gone for 2.56 centimetres. So now I can decouple the trailer. And there we go. That's alright. Okay, so that was the Scania Streamline, which I gotta say I like. So that's a good sign. Let's buy one driver, or hire a driver. You can't buy people. Well, actually you can. You can go to Libya and you can buy, in quotation marks, people for about 200 euros each. So anyway, recruitment agency and hire a driver and no, yeah, you don't look rapey, you look noncy, so that's okay. How would you like to live in Genoa? Oh, but I am from England. Yes. Martin Fyodor, you should go. Look at all those women there. Oh, Pierre B, you're hired. Just give us a firm handshake, say no more. And Vladimir H, yeah, you look trustworthy. Just try and keep your heroin consumption on the weekends when you're not working. And let's hire a bunch of drivers in here. And he looks good. You can work. There we go. And Finlandia. What is that? What sort of name is Finlandia? Anyway, so I've done that. Now if I go to, is it Garage Manager? Garage, what do you call it? The car hold. Drivers, that's what I'm looking for. Strasbourg. I have to assign drivers, so it's Driver Manager. So let's see. Player. Reassign. Relocate. Into Strasbourg. Right. So now I'm relocated into Strasbourg. Do I have the Migrant Crisis DLC? Well, I've been through Calais a few times and I haven't seen the tent city there. Although they said they are remodelling Calais to make it more authentic, so I'm not sure if that's gone through live. So let's just have a look, get an external contract. And we'll go for route length. So Strasbourg to Mannheim. Ugh, I'm to go into Germany. Ugh. Or Stuttgart. Let's go to Mannheim then. and deliver some ashes to Mannheim. Yes, carbon black powder. So let's turn the engine on first of all and give it a little pump. Handbrake on. Let's go through the information gauges. No, that's not information. That's the mid-lift. I can't read any of that. That's, I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, and it's, you know, especially with the red ambient glow, but I think I'm gonna favour the but anyway, this isn't a true test. A true test is to get it out on the road. And have a look at the... Oh dear, I've stalled the engine. I forgot to engage the clutch. Am I going to touch the wall? I'm looking intently at that mirror. It's close. Inch it forward a bit. Sorry, 2.56 centimetre it a bit forward. After all, we're in Europe, we must use metric measures. That's going to touch. And I think I've got my, do I have my, oh, fuck off. He's still there. Oh, look at that torque. Just shunt him out of the way. That's fine. Now that sold me on the efficacy of this tractor unit. It's just, you know, do drivers annoyingly get in your way when you commit to a turn? Just push them out of the way. Teach them that will not be accepted. Oh yeah, I think I've got both sets of steering wheels engaged. Alright, so here we go. Get some of this carbon black ashes. What does Germany need ashes for? Haven't they got enough? 80-year-old joke. The old ones are the good ones. Oh yeah, I was going to change that paint job. The cyan looks really awful. Right, so lift up the trailer. Lift up the wheels. And now proceed onwards with the journey. To Stuttgart. To Germany. To Germany travelling. I like trucking. I like trucking. I like trucking and I like to truck. I like trucking. I like trucking. If you don't like trucking, then tough luck. It's 50, but I can't see what speed I'm doing because the... Ah, that's a point. No, that's main beams. So I'll just engage the side lights, and now I can actually see it got some illumination on the dials. Hey, that's only a little touch on the curb. That's what it's there for. Oh, that's not enough torque. I imagine this load is a bit heavier than the last one of empty pallets, so gonna have to be more active on my gear changes. Now, most lorries are automatic, but as I've got a gearbox here, I want to use it. So I'm in 10th gear? Can't even see what gear I'm in. Struggling to get to speed. Right, now I've engaged cruise control. So I assume it's saying that it's taking me 74.5 litres to do 100 kilometres. But those numbers are so bloody small I can't make them out. Now I suppose this could be an argument for getting a 4K display in the future, so that I'll have greater resolution. I may well do so. Or, as they've also got good resolution and refresh rate and have head tracking, I may get myself a virtual headset in the future and do that. But those are all options. They're all options for when one is earning money, which I am not. I gotta say, I think between the two of them, I think I prefer the Streamline to this R-Spec. I don't know what the S-Spec is like, so maybe in the next garage I'll buy some S-Types. We're doing 80 now, are we? Must be getting ready to enter Germany with its slow cuck speed. Oh, we've got a digital readout on the speeder, that's good. Now, open for me, open for me, open for me. Thank you. So is it suggesting I change on the blue? I wonder what the blue band indicates on this. Who knows? All I know is I'm going faster than that lorry. So I shall overtake it and alert him to my presence? Ah, I don't have any air horns, just the standard one. Oh yeah, that's the point. Enable the front auxiliary and the roof auxiliary. That's better. Brighter than the sun. So just put our way into Germany. Put. And yeah. Well, I can tell you now, based on just the engine tone alone, if I wasn't looking at any of the instruments and just basing on how it sounds, I prefer the Scania Streamline to this. I mean, you'd think with the same engines they'd sound the same, but I'm guessing there's a different exhaust configuration, maybe a different forced induction, but this has a noisier sounding engine, and I chose the quietest running wheels I could. If I stick my head out the window, which is inadvisable, but yeah, don't like it. Hey, look, there's my TIE Fighter bobbing along. Brr, 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 brr. It's nice it's got that sort of physics simulation in it. Oh, do you remember when physics was a new thing with Half-Life 2 and there's like, look at all this physics stuff and ragdoll physics because they were really going over the top. And then sort of games over there, it's like, yeah, we like physics, but we're going to make it more subtle. I think it's like when colour was a new thing and Technicolor was just like, we need the most bright colours possible. Real colour riots. Later on, films in the 70s was just like, well, we've matured as a format, so let's have some desaturated colours to denote whatever it is we're trying to do in these films. Can I go in this one? It says telepass. Hey! Hey, fuckface! What's the point in having this as a thing if it doesn't open? Alert the German Polizei to my presence. There we go. The German police are now alerted. I am now entering Germany. Or is this still France? I can't tell. Well, it said Gartencard, so I assume it's still France. Going through the gears sequentially now. Just going on an unmarked road. This is great. This means I can take both. Well, it's not both lanes. I'm just going to take the lane. Driving like my late grandmother used to drive. Fun fact, in Belgium, it used to be up until the 70s, you were 21, you just go to the town hall and the mayor would handwrite out your driver's license. And it's like, no test, no nothing. Oh, okay, there's Germany. Welcome to Germany. There's a sign saying you've, gone from one country to another. But, yeah. Actually, before the EU came about, did people actually have, like, signs on the borders saying, like, Deutschland, France, Belgique? Did they bother that? Italy? España? Yeah. Anyway, poots along. Into Stuttgart. It's quite nice. There's the retarder engaging. Or as I like to call it, the spastic. Got to be politically correct, can't refer to it as retarder brake anymore, so I call it the spastic Monflid brake. And we see the consumption is now doing an average 49 or 45 or 43.7. I can't make out what it's saying. So yeah, based on the evaluation of these two lorry types from Scania, I'm going to go back to Nantes. That's Nantes, Nantes, not Nantes. Has Jimmy Savile ever been to Nantes? Let's alert him to my presence. Alert other road users. Just keep the horn engaged throughout the entire thing. And let's speed up as well. Just let them know that I am overtaking. There we go. Oh, and they're slowing down. Oh, because of roadworks. Ah, box to that. I'm in a hurry. I don't want to be in this lorry anymore. Bring it down slowly because I don't want to engage the Monflid spastic brake. And we're coming up to a real tight right turn junction. Good Mannheim. Oh, been listening to too much Tassob. Come on, let's get up this hill. Come on, 520 horsepower engine. Oh, still accelerating. 60 kilometers an hour, so I'm speeding. Let's engage the Monflid spastic brake. Oh yeah, and we probably need our lights on as well, so let's engage dipped beams. As it is 21:01 hours, or 8 o'clock if you're living in God's own country of England. Oh, Tassob talking about rape gangs in Rotherham again. Yes, please keep us up to date with rape gang report. I wasn't aware it's a problem. Please mention it a few more times. And a junction coming up, hovering over the brake. No, that's clutch. There's accelerator. Where's this junction? Ah, here's the junction. And all looking good. So to Mannheim I go. Hey, there's Mannheim. God, there's a depressing sight. Well done for making Germany look, Birmingham look better. Mannheim discovered. And it is 50 kilometers an hour in our city. You will not exceed the speed limit. Do you have good reason for going faster than the speed limit? Well, yes. I'm trying to leave Germany. You may proceed. Good journeying. I love the Germans. They're such a friendly and welcoming people. Every time I've been to Germany or Austria, I've always felt at home. Except for, you know, the culture shock and the shitting shelves. Food's nice though. Give the Germans that. They do good sausage and beer. So, let's yeah, this one should be easy. So engage the brakes. Not the brakes, sorry. Engage the extra steering wheels. And first gear in, or second, yeah, first gear. And let's get it into the loading bay before I pass out from lack of sleep. And then what I'm going to do is, because in the game, if you just switch from one garage to another, you count as having sleep, and the lorry magically finds its way back into the depot. I'm just going to assume I've hired somebody to drive the lorry back, whilst I take a train to France. So let's go in. into the oversteer. Correct it a bit more. Oh, starting to black out. There it is. I'm on the bay. First time's a good one. Right, so I'm having a taxi take me to the train station. I'm going to have a nice long sleep as I ride through the night into Nantes. So, go driver manager, player, there's me. You suck. And there we go, nice and refreshed. And driving a Scania Streamline. Let's get some trailers. What trailers are available to me? I want to purchase a trailer. I can have a wooden flatbed, container carrier. Oh, I like container carriers. Curtain siders, steel floor flatbeds, a low bed. Curtain sided double, low loader, dry freighter moving floor, refrigerated. Ooh. Let's customize the configuration. So I can have a single or double. Double's limited to only a few places which aren't France, so we'll have a single. And it's refrigerated. One axle. Can we have three axles, two steerable? There we go. And the oh, Bugs Bunny and Babs Bunny. Oh, that's a nice mod. Let's have a look. Oh, I see. Okay. So what am I looking for here? I want custom colour. That's what I want. Custom 2? No, just custom colour. Have it the same livery as that. There we go. Oh, that's a bland shade of yellow, isn't it? Can I have it a bit more sort of reddy colour like that? There we go. Let's do that then. So confirm that. Oh no, let's customize it a bit more. We want good tyres on it as well. Yeah, so it's just one cooler running red diesel. A pallet box? Yeah, sure. Why not? What we got in here? Exclusive doubles. And oh, these are the options. Alright, C-Class then. And C-Class. I'm not going to bother with any detailing on the wheels. Unnecessary. Oh, wind deflector. Yeah, let's make ourselves a bit more economical. Oh, accessory rear bumper liftgate is not compatible with chassis rear painted box. Liftgate. Well, the liftgate is important. Yeah, so we shall have that. Full protection side skirts. Oh, I see. The painted box is incompatible with it. Gotcha. No, we're not having mud flaps because we've got lift guard. So we'll have full protection side skirts there as well. No, none of those. And I think that's it for our trader customization. What's this? Full protection side skirts or a pallet box? There we go. Pallet box either side. And yeah, we're done for that. So we'll confirm that. Purchase. Have it in Nantes. Yeah. 141,000 euros for that. So I wanted some... well, let's have a low loader. So we'll customize configuration of this. Single, yeah. It's a low loader, yeah. 3 axles extendable short. Yellow, yes. I like yellow. Oh yeah, have it painted. Let's have a look at this bit here. Well, we only got these options. You can't have our Michelin, but we will have them yellow. So, those. Right. What about this bit? What can we put there? Yeah, more lights. More lights is more better. And a long vehicle. Oh yeah. Let people know I mean things. Have a beacon on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, how about that? It's got round lights, so confirm that. So I'll just purchase it, go 1 in there. Okay. 1 there. Yep. And it'd be nice to have 1 there. Did you see what I did there? And we'll have 1 in there. Right, so what else are we going to do? Oh, excuse me. Harumph. I want some more trailers. So I want container ones which just twist lock into it. A food tank, but what about just like a liquid insulated doubles, refrigerated doubles? So that's a low bed, wooden floor logger, container carrier, that's what I want. So it's a single, it's container carrier, and we'll have 3 axles extendable 40 feet. So it can take the shorter containers as well. And yellow, custom metallic colour. I prefer that yellow. So, yeah, yellow it shall be. What accessories can we have? A painted box. Alright, painted box. Pretend that's where the fire extinguisher's going. 1 of those. And just, yeah, white will do. Do that. Exclusive LEDs. Oh yeah, you sold me there. I love LEDs. They're brilliant. I don't see... Where's the twist locks on this? If this is... Oh, it does have twist locks. Yeah, okay. There's little stubby things there. Right, so confirm that. Purchase. 1 for Nantes, yeah. 1 for Strasbourg. There. And Dover's a good place for a container. And I think we'll have 1 in Limoges. Well, you don't really get shipping containers in Limoges. Mind you, you get people who won't put stuff in shipping containers going to the coast. So yeah, we'll have 1 in Limoges. Right, so there's my container carrier. And let's have some wooden floor loggers. Nah, I won't bother with that. Customized configuration of the food tank. It's a single food tank in shiny and chrome. 3 axles, thank you. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Beyond Borders, yeah. Starlight Burst, how's about that? That looks boss. Yeah, I like that. But this colour needs to change. That's not good. What if I had it blue? But the other one's blue. That's okay, I like it. You know, blue on blue, blue and yellow. Very good combination is blue and yellow. Full protection side skirts and a spare tyre. Yeah, that's good. I'll do another one there. Put those in there. A hose, of course. So this is going to be delivering grain and other sort of feedstocks. Use that. Blue on black. Yeah, that's nice and visible. Blue on black. Blue on black. And you know what? I'm enjoying this so much, I think we're going to have some... Install a site may revert some connect parts and accessories to blah blah blah. Just give me what I want. And, oh, we can have vanity and paint. Blue. 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 Oh, blue's not very visible. Blue. And, yep, that. Blue. And, oh yeah, I haven't customised the nuts. All the other truck drivers will make fun of me if I don't have custom nuts installed on my wheels. Let's have it shiny and chrome and sticky out. I don't know why I'm going for those. I don't like the spiky wheel nuts, but I like to assume that somehow that makes it harder to nick. Because you can't just put a nut spinner on it. You'd have to use a spanner. Chrome, yeah, that's good. A plus D, whatever that means. Well, what do you mean you don't know? I don't know. Just says A and D. It's not giving information about what's in the cargo. A plus D. And we'll have that in chrome as well. Oh yeah, that looks boss. Tell you what, when I go in to deliver some pig slop, the animals are going to love me, aren't they? They're just being like, oh mate, your food tank chrome looks so cool. So I'll do one in Nantes, yeah. Definitely having one in Limoges, because that's a rural area. And you know what? Strasbourg as well, so we'll do one there, yeah. Do they need food containers in Italy? I think they do, so we'll have one in the north. And the thing about having your own trailers is you make more money because all the client needs is just they got the payload and you come with your own trailer, whereas otherwise you're having to hire a trailer out. So the more trailers you got, the more better. And you can have an unlimited amount of trailers as well. So you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to have like a different sort of trailer for all 5 drivers in each garage. But shall we do a steel floor flatbed as well? Yeah, we'll do a flatbed container as well. So we're not doing a double because that won't fit most things. Drop side with crane. Yeah, we're builder's merchant now. And 2 axles, 2 of which are steerable. And what we got? Yellow. Yeah. Yellow is mellow. Pallet box. Oh yeah, always need pallets. More LEDs. Runner. 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 Pallet box. Painted box. Ah, plastic box and extinguisher. Yeah, let's do paint that. Do that. Do that. And let's have a sausage dog on it. And a beacon. Yeah, beacons. More extinguisher on that side. No, we're going to have a painted box that side. It's okay. It's okay to be asymmetrical. And another pallet box. Like so. And yep, that's everything ready. So confirm that. Purchase. Raymond purchase. Raimundo purchaser. And I must have gone through about 5 different configurations of trailers now. Must have done. But that's okay. Right, so I've done my trailer purchasing for now. I'm just going to hire some more drivers and then we'll get on the road again. Driver manager. Yeah, that's the one. And well, oh yeah, I need to recruitment to recruit them. So hire a driver, and let's see, D. Yeah, you can work for me. So to Strasbourg you go. Yeah, and yeah, you're hired. Robert, you can have a new job in Strasbourg. Hired. Simon, you look suspiciously evil. You can work in Strasbourg as well with all the other politicians. And Vladimir. Oh yeah, that's a good French name, is Vladimir. Ah. Right. So now, let us trader manager. I am in I'm in Nantes, so let's scroll down to N, Nantes. And I want the refrigerator container, so make private use, that's one. Do you want to take, yes I do. The selected tray has been attached. So now, if we go to jobs, job market, and now we see the external market using my own trailer. So refrigerated goods, cut flowers from Nantes to Nantes, yeah. But let's do it on price per distance. Oh, that's going to be a long one. I'll sod it, let's do it. I'm in it for the long haul after all. And from this I'll earn 73,000 euros, but more importantly, I'll get a lot of experience. So yep, there's my trailer. Get rid of that. Make sure that front auxiliary and roof auxiliary are selected. And then before I even begin my journey, I'm going to go into the garage and I'm going to have a kip. Because I saw my driver was in the red. So apparently that relocating to another thing didn't sleep on the train. Oh yeah. Right, so. Can I inch forward a bit more, close the garage door? Now both are open. Jolly good. Sleep. And get a bit more wood on there. Right, that's that done. So disengage the parking brake. And let's go and deliver a load of freshly cut flowers from France to not Switzerland, Sweden. Now we're doing on fuel. We're alright for fuel? Yeah, fuel's fully loaded. Well, I might have used a litre doing all that manoeuvring, so let's top ourselves up, shall we? Because it is expensive in Sweden. It was right the first time. Oh, well, that's definitely more than 1 litre. Right, so there's our fuel. You know, somebody you don't just have a magical pipeline with a meter on it. It's not like gas or electricity or water. You don't just have a pipe going into your garage with diesel and you get paid. There really should be missions like oh, okay, I need to buy diesel for my firm and it needs to go to the garage in Nantes or it needs to go to the garage in Dover. So I'll buy the diesel and I'll buy it from this country where it's cheaper. And so with your ADR trained lorry drivers, you go, yeah, okay, you go to Turkey, you go to, I don't know, Russia or Austria, pick up the diesel, come back with it, and then you unload it. I really think that's one of the features I would love to see in this game, where you get a mission which doesn't make you money, but it saves you money, where you're going somewhere, you're filling your container with like 18,000 litres of diesel. 18,000, that'll be 18 tonnes, won't it? So I think the maximum you can carry is 40. Yeah, 18,000 litres of diesel, and it's like, okay, now you've got to drive through all these countries, get back here, and then you've got to carefully line up with the garage so that you can deploy the hose. And you don't have to say deploy the hose, you can just have like one of those, sorry, get in the right gear, engage the cruise control, put my lights on, dip beams as well, make sure I'm in the right road. But I think that'd be really nice. It's like, you don't just like, oh yeah, you got your upgraded garage and you got fuel pumps. The fuel pumps are empty. And there should be another thing that, where you can even sort of say like, look, if there's less than 5,000 litres in there, you ADR train guy, when you come back, go on a mission to this country to pick up fuel. You should be able to actually say to your lorry drivers, look, you've got an ADR, you can handle diesel and other flammable liquids. Go to this country where the fuel's cheap, load up on diesel and come and offload some to this station, some to that station. Anyway. I mean, I'm not sure how complex you want it to be. I mean, maybe even just a case like you do just one mission. Well, no, I have multiple missions. It would actually mean that the game engine had to track, like, how much fuel have you got in that garage. But why not? I mean, the game tracks your driver stats, it tracks what trailers and vehicles you got and their relative states of fuel and maintenance needed, so why not track the fuel? I mean, it's just it's a simple number. I think the difficulty might be there is how does the game manage fuel and maintenance costs for each vehicle? I mean, it just seems to be tacked on automatically. I think I don't like this reversing this way. Yeah, I don't like this. Can't see what I'm doing, and I just heard some squealing. Whoops. Nope. So let's try this again. Morning, Sam. So yeah, it was an early morning start. Wow, it is foggy out there today. It is a proper pea soup. Actually, no, it's not a pea soup. I can see the bushes in my neighbour's garden, so that's better visibility than looking for a pea soup. But you started before dawn. Wanted to watch the sunrise. Thought have an early go of it. You know, get properly into the live action role play. Because lorry drivers start early, don't they? They want to beat all the traffic. Don't touch that trailer. And be in first gear. One moment, please. As usual, I'm having trouble reversing into the spot, but that's why I get my experience in here. My family's starting to wake up now, so in a bit I'm going to say, please don't disturb me. I am broadcasting live. Don't say fuck or bugger. Let's do that. Line up a bit more. I'm almost there. Almost. Just shunt forward a bit. And now... Right, there. Engage that brake. Lift up the axle, the mid axle, and press the following key to stop the engine. Engine's turning off. Press the following key to load cargo into your trailer. So cargo's being loaded. And it took them better part of an hour. So one moment, please. Just realised that I'd like a bath, so oh, that's the point. Hang on, let's give him the link. That way he can see. Morning, mate. I am trucking. Yeah, so shared the link out to a friend. He says he's just got up, and what am I doing? So anyway, yeah, heat's on for the bath. So hopefully, by the time I finish this job, the water will be nice and hot. Anyway, parking brakes engaged. Disengage the parking brake, and let's get on. So this is going to be a long journey. It's going to be 2,189 kilometers, which means I will have to reload halfway through. Now, in terms of distance, automatically the shortest route with it has been picked for me. The shortest route in terms of time, not distance. But if I go to the world map, so it's suggesting I go this way, and Le Havre. There's Paris, Brussels, Liège. Now, I could do a detour from Luxembourg, which is rather a long way to do, so I don't think I will bother, because Luxembourg has the cheapest fuel, and I've got a garage there with very cheap fuel. If I was to do that detour, it's 2,187 kilometres. If I did that detour there, 2,278, it's an extra 100 kilometres. I don't think I'll bother. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've not been through Reims or Metz, so you know what? Let's do it. It's a bit of a longer route, but it's a route I've not travelled, so that'll be a bit of fun. Don't think I've... No, I haven't been to Reims or Metz in real life either. From what I know, they're both quite industrial cities. Not much going for them. Good for work, but not really a tourist spot. I just get on there, and I'm going too fast. That's alright, it's only cut flowers. It's not as if I'm dealing with glass. Get all the way around. Foot off the accelerator, not on the brake. Towards Rennes. Rennes. Not sure how to pronounce French. I mean, reading it's different. 70? Oh dear. Let's make sure we get to 70. Don't want to get caught for speeding again. Change my information to that one. There we go. Cruise control set to 70. That's probably the most pertinent display of the lot. And now it's 80. There we go. Just using the buttons instead of the foot pedal for that. Still 80. When does it go back to 90? Anyway, we can get rid of that because we got a sat nav on it. So I like using the authentic dashboard. 80 kilometers an hour. Well, okay. So 90. Now it's 80. So briefly it was 90. And not going to Brest, going to Le Mans. So this is going to go through France, Luxembourg. Don't think I'm going to go through... Might go through Belgium just for a little bit. Germany, Denmark, and then Sweden. And it's saying 50, but honestly, I know this has happened last time, but I ain't bothered. And I'm just going to go to there so I can overtake these slowpokes. And it's 90 now. I think I'm going to be very happy listening to that engine for the next 2,000 kilometres. Although I don't really like the whine of the turbocharger as much. That's a bit annoying. Oh, I'm in the wrong gear, that's why. Let's try and keep it efficient. Right, so cruise control should be set like that for hopefully a long time. Engine and oil are up to temperature. Ah, hang on. Water temperature, oil temperature. Right. Makes sense that the water would be cooler than the oil. Coming up to a toll road, so cruise control off. Yep, confirmed it's off. Gaining on you, so I'm overtaking you. Air pressure is not going to change because I don't have the air pressure simulation on. That's my current distance. Now, one could argue that if I went for a 4x2 chassis, I'd have a significantly bigger fuel tank, which means I could go much further. So if you were really, I mean, early on in the game, a 4x2 chassis is a good idea. Start off in Luxembourg and upgrade your garage as soon as you can. Then you get really cheap fuel. Well, I say really cheap, you get cheaper fuel. I like how you change lanes without signalling like a true Frenchman. Well, you see, that's one of the things in France. You just got to keep them on their toes and keep life a mystery. It's like, am I going to die? Is that lorry going to suddenly turn out on me? You never know. And that's why life in France is exciting, unlike boring old Blighty. But anyway, as I was saying, you start off the game, if you're really serious about it, you get the 4x2 chassis, and it's okay, unless you're doing really heavy cargo, it's got more than enough torque, and you've got the maximum range. So the idea being that you go to your destination, and you come back on a single tank of fuel, and then you just refill in Luxembourg. Yeah. However, as you can see, I've got 12 million euros in the bank. I could effectively at this point retire and have a very nice life in the south of France or Malta, or frankly any country in Europe. I mean, you could probably even get like a cheap flat in Monaco for 12 million euros. Provided you got no criminal record, of course, so that might preclude some of us. And it's saying 80, okay. There's 82. Signal to others that I am on my way. The French are always bored, yet on the verge of death and other excitements. Truly they're a mystery whipped up in enigma. I mean, I'm told that the French have no word for entrepreneur, and the French have no word for ennui either. So, yeah, make of that what you will. When I first learnt, like, the definition of ennui is when you're bored of life, just a sort of a deep boredom, I just thought, yeah, I could imagine the French, you know, the best life expectancy in the world, and, you know, the nicest food. They drink like fish, they smoke like a chimney, and they eat fat like it's going out of fashion. Give false signals as well, you know, just to throw them off your scent. And yet they got the highest life expectancy, and I think with all that good living, they just, maybe it spoils them, maybe that's why they develop a sense of ennui. I'll tell you what, for a kid growing up in the south of France, it's a very boring place. You had to be good with making your own entertainment, believe you me. Yeah. But, so what was I, oh yeah, I was talking about the fuel. Yeah. Only got 1,000 kilometres left. It's not going to be enough. Oh no, it's saying 80. Oh, bollocks to you, I'm going to risk it. Let's have a look at my high score. I think of all the information, the fuel efficiency, your fuel mileage, or sorry, your 100 kilometre score is the most fun out of all of the information being presented, because it's, you know, it's like, it is a high score. It's something you can compete on. It's like, well, I did that route, and my average fuel consumption was 35.6 litres. Oh, you think that's good? I did that, but I did it in 27 litres. 27 litres per 100 kilometres? How did you do that? Well, I coasted downhill. What do you mean coasted downhill? What about that great uphill section as you go towards London? Oh, well, you know, I went downhill. Have you been using red diesel? No. Well, you see, my vehicle, which weighs 44 tons with the payload included, I've been on the diet, you see. So instead of weighing 18 stone, I now weigh 17.6 stone, and that makes all the difference. Less weight, you see. Yeah. And I've been using lightweight shoes, none of these heavy steel toe cap boots. No, I've got titanium inserts in my boots instead. Yeah. See? Weight reduction. Think smart. And I took out the unnecessary stuff like the fire extinguishers and I put in a smaller air tank as well. See? All these things add up. Your competitive score. But, there we go. It's just gone down to 41 litres per 100 kilometres. Let's see if I can get it to 40 litres before I get to Luxembourg. I like how you blasted your horn in a tunnel because of your hatred. Hang on, focus on the road. Because of your hatred for your fellow man. It's just that strong. Well, yeah, but also the acoustics in a tunnel. I mean, if I do it here, it's loud, but it ain't the same as... Oh, that is a hideous noise. That really is. But blasting the horn in the tunnel, it's got to be done, right? I mean, that's what the train drivers do. There's like, oh, we're in the tunnel, best sound your horn. But I think it was also like a safety thing, because say there are people that would walk the... I'm not in the middle lane. That lane is to go off. I'm in the correct lane. Because that's the thing as well. In France, the autoroute is different to our motorway. They... Especially when you're going through a city like Lille, you'll have the autoroute, and then you'll have like the city A roads or their equivalent, and they'll merge them together into a 5-lane motorway. Except the bit you're on 70 kilometers an hour, and the bit towards the outside, which I'm going to call the left, but it is the outside because they drive on the right, so it'd be their right. That bit's 50 kilometers an hour. And they got that sort of closely spaced dotted lines. I'll point to it when we get to there. And it's like, if you want to go into the city, you take the dotted lines. If you want to stay on the autoroute, you go on the outside of the dotted lines, like so. So yeah. Whereas I think the motorways in the United Kingdom are much more clearly delineated from A roads or any other sort of roads. Like, if you're on the motorway, you're on the motorway. And if you want to go off to a city, you look for a junction exit, and then you go on to whatever A road system there goes towards the city. So it's very different. The only places where it wouldn't be like that is when you go to one of the extreme ends of the island of Great Britain, like Cornwall or Scotland, where the motorway will devolve into a dual carriageway. I was curious. I just thought, what is the extent of the motorway? And I was looking, like, there's a motorway which goes all the way up to Aberdeen, and then it ends in a roundabout. And then from the roundabouts, you've got A roads and B roads. It's quite fascinating, really. But mind you, I've been on dual carriages before, where you got these checkered line markings, and it will say, what will it say? You know, it's like you're coming towards the end of the dual carriageway, roundabout's coming up, and they've even got like rubbing strips to remind people, like, you shouldn't be doing 70 now, you should be getting ready to stop, you're coming to a roundabout. Hobbit, Hobbit, Hobbit. So good they named him thrice. The correct way to drive a tract is on narrow town and village tracks, especially the one where it says, it's got a sign that's like saying no vehicles over 7.5 tons in our village neighbourhood, which means some old biddy's been whinging and saying like, oh, there's too many lorries going through my town. Why, this week alone I counted not one but two lorries went through my village. Urgh. Just to let that driver overtook me to my presence. But this is this difference between a car sat-nav and a truck sat-nav, and I've yet to be shown the truck sat-nav, although I am curious to see it. But there's a guy in the United Kingdom, he programs them, and he'll give you an option between fastest route, easiest route, and most fuel economical route. And I've been recommended when I start off driving just to take the easy route, which avoids going through city centres, takes me on bypasses where available, and uses major A roads with nice, easy, lorry-friendly corners. Because you don't want to be going down a high street and then navigating like some medieval town wall and just scraping the curb and doing that. Oh yeah, you can take the fastest, most economical route, by all means. But I mean, if you're doing agency work and you're not paying for the fuel, and it's done by them, I mean, you may as well have air conditioning on full blast, windows down, and go in the lowest gear possible. Well, actually, that's why... now that's why most lorries are in fact automatic. So you don't get to choose what gear you're in, it chooses the gear you're in. Now, let's see. Am I in the right lane? I am in the right lane because I'm overtaking a car and I will be overtaking a caravan. Alert the caravan to my presence. Yep, there's all three horns. There we go. And I've signalled that I want to turn over, so turn over I shall. I've been told, and it was after I passed my driving test, I decided to take one more lesson, so I'd have a lesson of driving on the motorway. And the driving instructor said to me, the time to make sure you've got like enough space, and the driver behind you's got enough space, you want to do it so that on your... Is the far side the side farthest from you? The passenger wing mirror, you look in it, and when you can see both their lights in that wing mirror, you know you've got enough space to come in and they won't have to deaccelerate or brake in order to do an avoidance action. See, this is an example of what I mean, where they got like autoroute, and then separated by a wall, they've got the town route. And there's some cities like Lille where all 5 of these lanes will be intermerged, and it's just understood that drivers weave in and out of them. In fact, there'll even be people which have got no intention of going on the autoroute, but they'll go onto the autoroute because they can go faster, thinking they can jump ahead in the queue, and then they'll weave back in to go to Lille. So they're using the autoroute as a shortcut. And I tell you what, the other thing in Lille is there's no street lighting because the Gippos keep stealing the copper out of them. So now the French government just refuses to fix them. And there's no cat's eyes. There's just paint on the road, that's it. And when it's raining, you can't see the lane markings on them. And you're just driving on 5 lanes where you couldn't see fuck all. Hey mate, you knew I was coming. You should have done an avoidance action. It's your fault, not mine. I'm telling them a story about the dangers of roads in Lille. So you're just driving along this road, and yeah, it's fucked. It really is fucked. Anyway, let's make sure I'm going at the right speed. So how long am I, what this just I'm just gonna pause it there. Let's have a look at the world map. And so I've gone from Lens to Le Mans, and I'm going to be on this road, and then it's going to sort of go to there to the toll, and then heading towards... Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was going to go for Reims and the other ones. No, it's saying I'm going this way. Oh, you know what? Sod going to Luxembourg. Can I get rid of that? There we go. I'll go straight through Liège. That's taken a bit of distance off my plan. Right, let's do that then. And let's make sure I'm doing 80 kilometers an hour. Right, so Bear, you've said something in the chat, but I've got a roundabout coming ahead, so I've got to focus on that for a change. Oh, we're coming into a town of some sort. We're coming into Pussy. There we go. Bienvenue à Pussy. That's alright, I was committed. Ah, let's change my 5 score to that. There we go. Oh, okay, so that little gauge there in the speedo is the turbo pressure, showing how much boost I've got. Which ain't much at the moment, as I'm not accelerating. So we're going past Gay Paris. Ah oui, bienvenue au Gay Paris. Oh no, that's not the speedo gauge, that's the rev counter. Left one's rev counter, right one's speedo. Broom, broom indeed, Scottish Grug Brain. I'll read Bay Ray's comment in a bit. I could do with a co-driver actually, it just reads the comments out for me. Yeah. But nice to have a driver's mate, you know, just sort of pootling along and someone says stuff to me. Says, oh, you know, watch out, you're speeding, or, you know, you're going to crash into that caravan. You are now leaving Poissy. This is now a Poissy-free zone. We hope you enjoy your stay in Poissy. There we go. Just dial in my speed. And get ready to brake. Oh, I was getting so excited for going fast. So if you're just joining now, it's a journey from Nantes in northwest France, I was going to say Belgium there, up to some city in Sweden. I don't know, they all look like Hurgy-Gevergy to me. So anyway, we'll stop there, put the handbrake on, let's read some comments. I mean, if you're not going to terrorise your fellow drivers, then what's even the point of driving a truck? Making sandwiches for you. Ah, good man, Scottish Grug Brain. I'd love a cheese ploughman's, actually. Really good. I haven't had one of those in ages. I need some pickle, I need some lettuce, tomato, and a good bit of cheese. I like nice sharp cheddar. You know, when it's crumbly, it's almost chalky. It's yeah, that's a good cheese. That is. Speeding. Why, what's the speed? It's 80, I'm doing 80. What are you on about? What's the officer problem? I love my jokes. And hey, you're here watching me, so you must love them too. That's how it works, right? So if you're looking at that little green icon which is lit up there, that's to indicate that my auxiliary steering wheels, the mid-lift, is lifted up. And the idea behind that is you reduce the rolling resistance, which makes you a bit more fuel efficient. I only deploy those when doing trailer reversing, and seeing how much I was struggling to reverse trailer last time. Oh, there we go. There's the power. How much I was struggling to do some reversing with the 4x2 chassis configuration. It's like, yeah, you know what, I think I will have those extra wheels, thank you. I always got curious, like, well, what's the difference between a tag lift, where you're lifting up wheels at the back, and the mid-lift, where you're lifting up in the mid... And I figured it out, so maybe another lorry driver can correct me, but the mid-lift is when you want an extra set of steering wheels, they're not powered, and the tag lift with the rear wheels is when you want 4 sets of driving wheels, not just 2. If you would, like, say, you had a heavy payload and you had to do a steep hill, you would want a tag lift type vehicle. And then I suppose there's the 6x4 configuration, which is, what is a 6x4? You've got 6 wheels, 4 of which are powered, so it's like a tag lift, but both of the driving wheels are permanently deployed, which I suppose is easier for maintenance because you don't have the hydraulics or the pneumatic system to deal with. Anyway, it's 90 kilometers an hour here, so let's just pootle along, do all that stuff. where Ray says, wait, can I leave? Well, you know, technically, you can leave a vehicle at any point. It's just if you decide to leave a vehicle whilst it's in motion, you may find that, you know, leaving a vehicle whilst it's in motion, you've got to start running when you come in contact with the ground. Otherwise, it's going to hurt. Or sometimes it's going to hurt no matter what. Yeah. Are you going 80 miles an hour? Yes, I'm doing what's known as I'm doing 90 French miles an hour, and the French word for miles is kilomètre. Yep, that's French for mile. That is. So anyway, just do this. Take this intersection here, and. So we're going from Nantes, where I picked up some cut flowers and my newly purchased refrigerated trailer, and delivering them to Sweden because there's a market for cut flowers, French cut flowers in Sweden. Well, it's not as if they can grow flowers in Sweden. There's no sunlight, is there? That's why they're all pale. I was going to use the term there, but that's reserved for the topical discussion panel shows. It's not, you know, when I'm driving my truck, driving a big old truck, I like to be polite. I like to imagine the Queen was sat next to me, not Prince Philip. Ah, Prince Philip would be a good driver's mate. You wouldn't expect him to do any of the heavy loading, but he could keep you entertained for hours with stories. And the other thing about Prince Philip is, he's a bit of a gourmand. He likes his food. He's always interested in trying like new recipes and stuff. So you can be pretty sure. It's like, oh, look what I picked up here. I got this duck. Would you fancy some roast duck? Oh yes, I suppose I could put it in a sandwich. Do some beetroot with it. Yeah, that's rather good. Ah, duck and I like pickled beetroot. Beetroot on its own tastes too much like cabbage. But I'll tell you what, any cabbage and you start pickling it. That's tasty, that is. I was going to do a shepherd's pie today, but I think I need to do a stir fry. Oh, I should have taken the chicken out of the freezer. Oh, that's okay. I'll take it out and then I'll put them in some hot water. That'll defrost them quickly. Yeah. Got to do a stir fry. I've got some cabbage and some bean sprouts in the fridge, and they're not getting any younger, so that'll be tasty. That will. I was just thinking right then of pickled cabbage, and so yeah, I'm going to put vinegar in my stir fry. I like it sweet and I like it sour. If I had a gourmet chef, I'd just get him to make me a parma all day, every day. Oh dear, I'm listening to Tassob. I need to tune out, otherwise I'm going to crash. Do not operate heavy machinery whilst listening to this podcast. Oh, that joke never gets old. Because that show never gets interesting. By the way, Tassob, if you're looking for somebody as a guest, I'm always available. I'm sure I could talk about rape gangs in Rotherham. By the way, if this is seen as a criticism of it, it ain't. I'm aware it's going on. I think it's bad. I'd like it to stop. Just don't like them. But after a while, I don't think it's that constructive to talk about it all the time. Oh, but Hobbit, you are being hypocritical because you always talk about English nationalism and you are not English. Well, technically, that ain't true. One of my parents is English, so I'm a half-caste. Ah, see? Yeah. I'm just as English as you are. Or in some cases, I'm significantly more English than some of these so-called white nationalists. Yeah. Who's the true patriot? Oh yeah, love that manual gearbox. I get to choose the gears, not you. Yeah, block change, 2nd to 8th, and I'm still accelerating. How's that for V8 turbocharged power? Oh, that's a good engine, that is. It won't be when I'm done with it, but it was when I bought it. Chicken parmigiana. Is that chicken which has got cheese and then bacon wrapped around it, and then you bake it in an oven? Because yeah, that is tasty. I do like. Oh, you know what? I think some of those chicken breasts I'll put in the fridge to defrost, and the other chicken breast I'll put in some hot water to do. You're getting tired. You need to find somewhere to rest. Can I get to Liège? I don't know. Anyway, important thing is, got to look for some services so I can have a kip. But yeah, I mean, chicken with cheese and bacon is one of the nicest ways of doing chicken, in my opinion. Parking, 500 metres, not 500 miles away. The metre is the French yard. Parking, 200 yards. Here's the parking just before I get to Belgique. Ah, the bel pays de Belgique. Bienvenue en Belgique. We have gaufre. You could with it. Just get in the parking. There we go. And stop there. I really like the indicator sounds on this. It's got a nice sort of muted but not clicking noise. So now what have we got? We got, what's your favourite cheese to have? A chicken? You should be doing kilometres an hour. Reminds me of the time NASA crashed a Mars probe because they confused miles and kilometres. What else we got? Making sandwiches for you. I'll take the fastest route. Yeah, okay, there we go. What cheese would you have with chicken? Well, the thing is, if you're going to do cheese and bacon with chicken, Parmesan's a good one to have. You wouldn't need much of it. I wouldn't say no to blue cheese, provided it's used sparingly. Gouda is another one to... Actually, have you ever, guys... You ever had old Gouda? That's got it's got a sweet, nutty taste to it. I would say it's as good as some cheddar I've had. But yeah, the old favourite. Go with cheddar, nice and reliable. And have I got my dip beams on? Yeah, those are my dip beams. There's my main beams. And we are going to be the terrorist of the night. Yeah, front auxiliary and roof auxiliary's on. That's good. Yeah. So let's just putt along. Just use the rubbing strip to make sure it's there. And so, no main beams, main beams. No main beams, main beams. Actually, behind that coach, it's a bit glaring, so I think we'll take the main beams on when nothing's in front of me. Italian food's the best, then Cameron says, well, I've enjoyed some Italian food. I've had like an Italian roast dinner where it had things like broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and mange tours. Yeah, it was mange tour. And I had all of that, and it was done with a sage was chopped on it, and I was eating it. I was like, I really like this. This doesn't taste disgusting, because this was one of my experiences of realising that actually cabbage and broccoli don't taste awful. It's just when they've been boiled to death. Let's alert this road user. There we go. He's alerted to my presence. Yeah, it turns out when you actually cook those stinky vegetables correctly, they don't taste bad. And that's what I've cooked cabbage before, and it doesn't end up stinking up the entire kitchen. Mind you, when I cook cabbage, I don't boil it. You don't need to boil it. You can just do it at low temperature. Fuck off, mate. I'm overtaking. You can do it at low temperature, or you can fry it in a stir fry. and it's absolutely fine. It's really good stuff. There's some lights flashing at me. I've just put the Christmas lights in, the LEDs, and the LEDs are sort of flashing on and off now, so I know you want to overtake, but I go to overtake first. So let me just check something. Does that mean it's run out? It probably does mean it's run out of power. That didn't even last 2 hours. Right, let's just pause it there. Well, it's warm. The batteries are warm too. Okay, I suppose I'll put them on charge. One moment, please. I'm going to put some batteries on the charge. Main beams plus horn. Every 5 seconds they remember your name. Yep, I'll go with that. Oh yeah, I'll put it in there. Right, those batteries are charging up. Excuse me. My breakfast of 2 slices of jam on toast is repeating on me. Nantes to Calamar. And we got 3 hours and 47 minutes of driving left. Oh, shit. I went into second gear then. That would have not been good. So, we'll just... main beams on. There we go. And air horn. I want this guy to speed up. Right, that's it. He's getting the special, he's getting the touch. Yeah, you better move to the side, because you're getting sideswiped. Hello. There we go. Now we understand that when you're in front of me, you better be doing the speed limit, because you better believe I'm going to be doing it. The flowers get to Sweden and it's like, all the petals are gone. What happened? Someone got in my way. You're paying for this. Oh, we all going to have the document? No, you're paying me extra. Ah, right. Now I can relax. Nothing in my way. That's why we have snowplows on lorries, so you could just go up to someone, push into them, and they get swiped to the side, like snow on the road. Just got to sweep away all the traffic. I need extra for all the fines. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I just like that. Oh, you've crashed into a car, or do I have to stop and share insurance details? Nah, just there's a €400 fine. Euro is French for pounds, by the way. Good. You have learnt your place. That's it. I like how when you sort of overtake them, they start braking, so you can just... In fact, why do we even bother going on the outside lane? The middle lane's the one for me. Oh, but look at this ambient orange glow inside. Look at that. I was going to say how nice that is. But occasionally when these street lights come through, it gets rid of that. But you can see when it's dark. Oh yeah, that looks good. Got my rusty lemonade. Got my Amiga magazines. Got some Sit It Bang. Bang, and the dirt is gone. Bang, and the migrants are gone. And we're going to Düsseldorf or Luxembourg. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure. So, anyone that's behind me, you're going to have to wait until I've made a decision. It's going to be like the Brexit process. Alright, we're going that one. There we are. I'm sure that car driver appreciated me. I was making it safe for them because I was like, oh, I can see something on the road ahead, which is dangerous. So, right. Take up both lanes as is appropriate. And does that mean we're leaving Belgium? Yep, we're leaving Belgium. We're now entering the EU. Or D as it's known for, Dunce or Durbrain. We are now in the country of Durbrain, Dunce. Twinned with Dunstable in Scotland. Oh yes. So if you're watching this and you're wondering what's going on, hang on, what's chat's getting all excited? I keep sort of turning my head to the right to look at it, but when I do that, it's like, yeah, focus on the road, and then chat can focus on the chat. But we are delivering cut flowers from Nantes in the Bay of Biscay, a city in the northwest of France, and we're going to Kalmar in Sweden. So we've gone through France, we went through Belgium, we're now in the country of Dunceland, or Dunstable, and this is the lane for me. Actually, you know what? No, this is the lane for me. I'm told in Germany they never go into the inside lane. They always leave it open because the emergency services might like to use it at some point. I'm just thinking, it's that sort of blind obedience to authority which has led Germany to troubles in the past. So that's why it's called Dunceland, because they're dunces, they're dumb, they're Durbrains. Oh yeah, and because it's Dunceland, we're not doing 90 kph anymore. We're doing 80 km, which is French for miles. So let's just have a look. Yeah, air pressure's fine. Fuel, we've got 474 kilometers left. So we'll load up on fuel in Dunceland before we go anywhere else. And there's my high score. Well, that's good. We've gone below 40 kilometers an hour average. No, not 40 kilometers an hour. 40 litres to do 100 kilometers, and we're now on 37.6. And currently we're doing as little as 20 litres per 100 kilometers. Anyway, I'll take that one. Oh look, it's dawn. And that's actually matching dawn outside. I can't see a sun out there. There's too much fog, but there's definitely something rising into the sky. So if you're enjoying this, do bear in mind that it's Banter Nationalism tonight, 7 o'clock. Hobbit will be hosting it, and he'll be getting his chums on, and they'll be doing a bunch of topical things, you know, the usual. Well, you know what Banter Nationalism's like. And chat, I don't know what episode of Banter Nationalism we're on. I want to say it's 105, but I might have missed one or two, so let me know in the chat what episode it should be, and I'll put that in the title tonight. So, what's chat saying? Have I got a chance to read this? Just go in the middle here so no one overtakes. I need extra for all the fines. It's like £1 but inferior in value. Yeah, that's it. Well, it's like everything on the continent. It's like what we've got pounds and miles. They're just not as good as English pounds and miles. I'm approaching that lorry up there. So what else is chat saying? Oh, hang on, this is twisty turny road, so I've got to focus on it. When Hobbit's on the road, the intro theme for Clockwork Orange starts playing. Is that Beethoven's Fifth? Because I really, really like Beethoven's Fifth. Is that the Pastoral? But anyway, all of Beethoven's good, but the Fifth, I remember like getting the album of that on CD at some point, because I was really into it. Yeah, I like Beethoven. A true hog of the road. The Shining, surely bearing. I don't remember what the theme tune to The Shining was. I think I've only seen the film once. I don't really remember much of it, except the bit where the girls are saying, "Come play with us." I mean, who could turn down 2 girls asking you to say, "Come play with us"? Certainly not Dangerfield. Oh, God. Oh, that's awful. Anyway. Right. Middle lane for the Kings. Now, what else are we saying? Nolhem, a kilometre is like a mile, but inferior in quantity. Yeah. Interdimensional lizard, just waking up now. Oh, make it 1290. Queen Mary's funeral. So, Banter National episode MCC, and then 90 would be, is it XC? If you put an X before the C, that means 90? Or is it LXXXX? Tell me, I think chat, I think it is LXXXX for 90. I seem to remember back in the 1990s and 80s, the BBC was very keen on having dates in Roman numeral format. Then they briefly did it in the 2000s with MM1, MM22. But then suddenly they was like, oh no, we're going to appeal to Ooga Boogas now. So they just now put all the copyright numbers in you know, modern numbers. I like Roman numerals. They look posh. It's MCCXC. Okay. So where would you go? So would 89 be 89? That would be LXXXIX. I wonder if this explains why the French do counting the way they do, because, for example, they'll say, instead of 70, they'll say 60-10, and then 79 is 60-19, or 60 and 19, but usually it just gets contracted to 60-19. And then they don't say 80, they'll say 4 score, or 80, so 4 20s. And then the 90, they won't do 90, they'll say 4 score and 10, and then 99 is 4 score 19. Whereas the Belgians will actually say 90 or 90. Yeah, I always find it confusing and annoying the way Belgians and French count their numbers. If Hemi's going to live on the border between England and Wales, does this mean you'll live in the Channel, Hobbit? Well, that is right. I'm in negotiations with P&O right now for my new houseboat. My seafaring houseboat. I wouldn't mind living on one of those P&O ferries. I mean, if you imagine like a ferry, if it's been adapted to be a house, it could be a palatial mansion. But occasionally you want to dock it in Dunkirk or Dover so that you could refuel and, you know, pick up on essentials. Or as an idea, I live on the boat, and in order to pay for the upkeep, I'll charge people a fee so that they can put their cars and lorries in it, and then I'll have a pre-established route with a timetable saying going between Dover and Calais or Dover and Dunkirk. And so it'll benefit them. They get to come on my houseboat on this ferry, and I'll benefit from it because it'll keep the running. And, you know, that then I'll benefit from my unique position of living in the English Channel as a ferry service. And then I suppose we could have staff on board to cater for the passengers' needs of food, maybe like a gift shop to say duty free, and we could have like a crew, so that crew would in turn be working so that the other crew that work below decks on the ship's engines and controlling the ship as it goes from one port to another, they all get paid. So I could have a full crew there. And in fact, yes, we could call this like a merchant navy. So effectively what you're saying is I should become a merchant navyman and live offshore most of the year so I don't pay income tax. I mean, it's certainly an idea, and it's one I've entertained before. Yeah, it certainly is an idea. But the one thing which puts me off of doing that is I know that I am a difficult individual to live with. Sometimes, believe it or not, I say insensitive or sometimes hurtful things which can upset other people. And most of the time, it's completely unintentional. Sometimes it is intentional, but we won't discuss that. And if you're living on the ship with someone, you don't have many opportunities to avoid them in your place of work, because your place of work also happens to be where you live for at least half of the year. So there is that. If you put a bunch of boats together, you can make your own casino in international waters. Or perhaps I could do like a ship which does the cruise, and then I sort of start off in like Portsmouth or Folkestone, and then I go towards the Mediterranean, cruising around. I keep people on board as my captives, because that's effectively what a cruise ship is, where they go, oh, this is much cheaper than a holiday, but it's like, yes, but you're consigned to your berth, and then all you get to do is spend money in the various facilities, which is what you will be doing in order to pass the time. So yes, perhaps I could run a cruise ship. Do you remember, like, it wasn't this year, but I think it was a few years ago, there was a cruise ship where they had an outbreak of norovirus? That must have been unpleasant. I've had norovirus once in my life, and that was one of the most harrowing experiences I've ever had. There was rusty water coming out of both ends, and the thing I like doing straight after vomiting is to spit out the vomit. But the very second thing I like to do after I've spit out all the vomit is go, yeah, my mouth tastes like shit and my throat hurts. I'm going to have a drink to, you know, wash it down. But the problem with norovirus is you cannot keep anything down, including water. So if you do that, you will vomit again, which is absolute torture. So then I was told after the norovirus, like, yeah, if you suck on the pedal or something, it'll, you know, that will help, but you really can't drink anything. So you just, it was 8 hours of hell, and the worst thing of it was 8 hours of hell when it started around about 1 in the morning, so I was trying to get to sleep, or I was asleep, and yeah, that was absolutely horrible. But it's such a virulent but short-lived disease. It really makes me wonder then, how does it spread when it's so short-lived? I don't know. brushing your teeth after vomiting, yeah, was doing that, but then, you know, you can brush your teeth, but it's like, okay, my throat still hurts, so I'm gonna have some water to rinse it out. It was the Costa Concordia, by the way. Oh, okay. Now, I've been told it's inadvisable to brush your teeth just after eating, and I think for the same reason, just after you vomited, because if you do, the enamel will be soft, and if you're brushing it, you can damage the enamel. So you wait for saliva to form, and then when like the enamel re-hardens because of saliva, I don't know, maybe like somebody can look that up and say that, oh yes, it's advisable that not to brush your teeth X minutes after this thing's happened to your enamel. Yeah, I think a dentist told me that once, but it didn't quite sink in. It was basically just, don't brush your teeth immediately after eating. And because vomiting happens so rarely, it's just like, well, yeah. I think the main thing is if you vomited, use some mouthwash and just get that nasty taste out of your mouth. Oh, wait half an hour after eating to let the pH go down. Or, I assume when you mean go down, sort of go back towards neutral, because pH is a weird thing where 7 is neutral, 14 is about as alkali as you can get, 0 is as acidic as you can get. Although I've seen, I did get curious about that. I was like, what does the pH level mean? And it's more for like the parts of hydrogen. Yeah, that makes sense. So acids are negatively charged. Water is not positively charged, but it's neutral. It's got an equal amount of positive and negative ions, because it is an ionic solution, especially if you've got minerals in it. I suppose distilled water would be an anionic solution. I have seen it referred to as that. So, I mean, it means parts of hydrogen. I assume that's what pH means. So that means that you would have less hydrogen ions. Yes, because acid is negatively charged. So if you've had hydrogen ions, all ions are positively charged. So therefore, alkalis must have positive hydrogen ions, which is right, because if you put like some sodium or lithium in water, it starts fizzing, and the fizz coming out of there is hydrogen gas, which I believe is coming from, well, what's going on there? Because there's no hydrogen in the metal. I mean, if it's just like pure elemental sodium, then it's sodium. It's not sodium you wouldn't have sodium hydrogen. You'd have sodium hydroxide. So what's going on there? Well, you put the sodium in, and then it's causing the water to bubble. So oxygen and... Okay, so sodium oxide exists because the sodium is more reactive than the hydrogen, so it's pulling away the oxygen from the water molecules, and then that's it. So then you've got free hydrogen, and because it can do it at such a fast rate, it can burst into flames. So if you get the reaction going fast enough, eventually you get fire. So yeah, but then it recombines with some of that hydrogen to form sodium hydroxide. It's acidic after eating, saliva is alkaline. That's right. It doesn't matter what you eat, especially if it's saying sugary, the amylase enzymes in your saliva will break down the carbohydrates into sugar, and then the bacteria, which is always present in our bodies, and in fact it's present on all the food we eat as well, the bacteria eat the sugars and convert that into acid as a waste product. And so I've got 147 litres of diesel left, which is good for another 300 kilometres. So I'll just keep an eye out for a petrol station. Well, I'll say petrol station. I'll keep an eye out for a refuelling station where I may refuel on the diesel, so that I may continue my trip to Kalmar, Sweden. Kalmar! Kalmar! Kapla! Is that where the Klingons live? But yeah. So this is why, I mean, I've done these sort of videos before where I used to pre-record them and upload them because, frankly, I didn't have the bandwidth where I could stream it at good quality. But now I can stream it, so I can have it live, and I can have audience interaction, which means I get to chat about basic chemistry. Yeah, I like that. That's fun, you see. Otherwise, I'd just give you another anecdote about horse riding, which I did yesterday. In fact, yesterday I did the entirety of my horse riding bit. So, yeah, if you want to know about Hobbit's experience riding horses, go to, was it Euro Truck Simulator episode 2? Yeah, I think that's the one. You missed my comment before that, before the Costa Concordia. Well, let's just get into the middle lane. Right, what do you say? Message retracted, message retracting. Seafaring houseboat, that's Roscoe's bit. Yeah, that's a good podcast, actually. The houseboat show with Roscoe and the other one. What's his name? Walrus Aurelius? I think that's it. And Roscoe and Walrus, they've got this really good sort of pally communication. And the thing is, half of the time I'm not really interested in what they've got to talk about. I enjoy the interaction, the way they talk with one another, and that's the bit I enjoy. So, Exodus Americanus, that's what it's called. I keep calling it the Houseboat Show, but that's not its name. It's called Exodus Americanus. Yeah, I can recommend that. That's some comfy listening. If I wasn't talking right now, I'd be listening to that show. I'll say I'll be listening to the Bible, but the Bible's hard going. Speaking of things that are hard going, I think it's incontrovertible now that I'm Christian, despite what some spurgs on the internet will say, who change their religious allegiance like they change their socks. And as a Christian, one of the duties you've got is to read the Bible, because I mean, how can you call yourself a Christian if you haven't read the story? It's like saying, "Oh, I really like Hobbits." Oh, have you ever read the Silmarillion? No. Have you ever read Lord of the Rings? No, but I've watched the film. Actually, it's true. I watched the film first, Lord of the Rings, and then I was like, "Oh, I remember reading The Hobbit in school. I was really bored with it." But I have read Lord of the Rings since then, and it's an alright book. There's a lot of poetry which was cut out of the film, and I'm glad for that. But anyway, I'm reading the Bible. I'm slowly getting through the Old Testament. I'm at the book of Joshua at the moment, and I am finding it hard going. But here's the thing, right? I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Saviour. I understand Christendom's the best civilization the world has ever seen, ever. And yet I read the Bible and go, I have some questions here, and I have some concerns. I have legitimate concerns which I'd like to talk with other Christians about it, which I don't know what their coping mechanism is, but it's one of those sort of internal debates amongst Christianity where I'm like, these people in the Old Testament, they're not very good, are they? They're not exactly role models. They're not like... I don't want to be like these people. I don't want to emulate them. I want to avoid what they're doing. And this God either, he's not my God. This is not Jesus Christ, my Lord and Saviour. This is, as far as I'm concerned, is some usurper, some demon who's like... But anyway, that's not a debate for here or there. But the fact is, I as a Christian, I can quite happily say these things. I won't get burnt at the stake. Some people might accuse me of blasphemy, but there won't be serious consequences to it. However, there are some more serious blasphemies you can do in this world, in this 21st century, where if you just say, I have concerns about this historical event, or I don't think I'm being told the entire story with this current event, and that's proper blasphemy, they will face... proper, like, consequences. I mean, one example is a lady, she's 92 years old, she's called Ursula Haverbeck, She's just been a year inside prison. She's been released. And then she's been tried for sedition because she has an opinion and she's not willing to change it. So there's like, well, you're going back into prison for another year then. And I have a lot of respect for this woman. She is willing to stand on the principles to the point where she's losing her liberty. So, good on that woman. But if I was to say, I don't think Jesus Christ is the Son of God, I'm not going to get a knock on the door. I'm not going to get shunned by my family, even the Catholics in there. Nothing bad's going to happen to me. The worst that'll probably happen is, like, someone say, well, you're wrong. And that's it. Where's this car park then? Come on, where's the car park? Ah, there's the car park. Well, right, I should say the lorry park. That lamppost is fine. And we'll go into the middle there. And that's the thing, you see. I mean, whilst I'm still not sure we do have free will, I'm willing to believe that we do, because it makes sense to me that, yeah, we probably have got free will, because God said He endowed us with free will. And that's what makes us unique amongst all the creatures, even as angels. We got free will, they don't. And I should have stopped for some diesel, but never mind. Right, handbrake off, first gear. I'll get the next one. I've still got 110 litres, so that's alright. So just get up to speed, and then once I don't have to focus on the road and what I'm doing, I can get back to the point I was making about blasphemy and controversial points and free will. So there's 80. There's let's just check my. Let's bring that down, and a bit more, and a bit more. There we go. Right, and bring it back on the fuel gauge. There it is. Right, so, free will. God has endowed me, and all other human beings, with free will. To a greater or lesser extent, let's say, because I think that's probably fairest to say. Some people aren't as lucid as other people, and I don't think some people are as self as well, objectively. It's not my belief, it's just, it can be proven that some aren't as self-aware as others. So I'd say I'm a fairly self-aware creature imbued with free will by my creator, and with this free will I've been imbued with certain gifts, because they are gifts, they're gifts from up above. And one of those gifts is an insatiable sense of curiosity and wanting to know how everything functions, to the point where I will take an accepted doctrine, whatever it is, including the Bible, I'll read it for myself and come to my own conclusions, which may be different to what is conventionally accepted. And all I can say is that if, someone was to criticise me for that, why would I be imbued with free will? Why would I have this sense of curiosity if not to use it? I may be wrong. I mean, none of us are perfect. And I know times in the past where I have been wrong about certain things. I'll give an example after this. Let's just focus on the ramp. And too fucking fast. Oh well, I'm committed now. So yeah, that's that done. So if I wasn't supposed to use these gifts, why have I got them? Why is that? And yeah, there's stuff I don't really want to get into details about it now, but there's been arguments with family, which is probably just for the fact that during lockdown you're all confined and you get on each other's tits. But I'm just like, people saying, Hobbit, why do you have such strange views about everything? Why are you so wrong about everything? It's like, because I see the world differently. Bear in mind I am special needs, and therefore my brain is configured differently. I will see things differently. Yes, but why do you have to be so wrong? Don't you understand you being wrong is offensive? Alright, okay. What do you want me to do? And there's no sort of like, there's no solution to this. There's no sort of like different, what's the word? It's not as if I can think differently. So, I guess the idea is I'm supposed to reserve my opinions. Maybe that's it. Which is fine. I understand that. There are certain things I may not discuss with certain people. And with those people, I don't speak with them. Now, why is there a sound of a train? I mean, look, there's a train station there. Right, there we go. It's gone now. That was bothering me. But anyway, yeah. So an example of where I've been wrong in the past before, and this is what I mean by wrong thinking or unorthodox, unconventional thinking. My father, bit of a train spotter, says we're gonna go and see the train. So we're gonna go to a railway station, and he took me to, I may as well say the name, Banbury Rail Station, and it had the Network Rail logo, which is 2 rails with a lightning bolt crossed through it, which is an evil, it's an evil neo-Nazi symbol. Yes, it's green. I can go. So I was quite young at the time, couldn't read. In fact, it took me, I don't think I could read properly until I was about 10 or 11. I was very late at reading. Did I mention I'm special needs? So anyway, so I saw the symbol, the Network Rail one, and underneath it says Banbury, and I couldn't read Banbury. I didn't know it said Banbury, but my dad said, oh, you know, here's Banbury Rail Station. Alright, okay. So that symbol means Banbury. It's like, no, this is Banbury Rail Station because we're in the city of Banbury, and this is the rail station of Banbury. I was like, right, but that Network Rail symbol, which I didn't know was a Network Rail symbol, that means Banbury. So whenever we'd go to other train stations and I saw the Network Rail sign, didn't matter what was written underneath it, couldn't read it, I was like, that's a Banbury. It's like, no, Banbury Rail Station is it's like trying to explain to Father Dougal about the cows which are far away are small because they're far away. These cows are small because they're small. See? Small, far away. Network Rail, Banbury. So let's see. Gedser or Rostock to Trelleborg. So if I take that one, that's going to be Twisty Turner. So we'll go towards Trelleborg because that's Sweden. So yeah, I'll go to Sweden. And I still haven't reloaded on diesel, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that was an example of wrong thinking. As I couldn't read, and I just automatically assumed that symbol means that. And I mean, you could say it's harmful wrong thinking in that case, because if you're doing that, yep, because I'm in Sweden, I have to have lights running at all times, so I'll turn the main beam off as it's coming to dawn. But yeah. Oh look, there's a diesel station, and it's just next to a port, so I bet it's going to be proper expensive. But the fact is, as I had more information as I was able to read, I was like, oh yes, that station there in the city of Banbury is called that because it has the word Banbury written underneath. And that symbol there does not mean Banbury. That is not the symbol for Banbury, that is the symbol for Network Rail. Anyway. Oh yeah. That's... oh well, let's fill up anyway. But the thing is, this wrong thinking, which I'm on about, it's... There we go, full tank. If you drive through Malmo, maybe they'll simulate a robbery of your cargo. Yeah. I don't think I'm be going towards Malmo, so I'm not going to be going to one of those grenade amnesty bins. Right, so just wait there. Block off both lanes, which is absolutely a-okay. If anyone tells me otherwise, I'll be like, fuck you, you're Swedish. And how long have we got to go now? We've got another 269 kilometres, so we're I would say we're more than halfway there. But anyway, it's 70 kilometres an hour, so there it is. There's my 70. I think I can do that in limp gear. So I'll get rid of that. Oh shit, roundabout. See, this is the problem. Like, for example, on the motorways now, especially with these smart motorways where they got speed cameras flashing all the time, giving me a fucking heart attack every time it flashes. That's PTSD, by the way. I've had bad experiences with flashing cameras before, as I'm sure anybody has when they've seen a camera flash as they've gone past. You're on the motorway, you're travelling at high speed, therefore your thinking distances and your stopping distances are much greater than any other roads you'd be on because of the speeds involved. So really, for safety's sake, you should have people looking at the road, seeing what they're doing, so that if there's any obstacle in it, they can do an avoidance action way in advance. But because you've now put this added factor of you've got to watch your speed, otherwise you get a nasty fine, people's priority is no longer safety. Their priority is now, I don't want to get fined. And you can have police, you can have road safety officers, you can have them all saying, driving instructors saying like, well, your first priority should always be safety. I mean, you can live to pay a fine another day, but if you crash, then you're dead, and that's it. And what's more, you could kill somebody else in the crash because it's not just you, you know. So it's like, yeah, you're right. But you ask 99.9% of people go like, what are you more concerned about? Crashing into somebody because you don't see that they're braking and you're looking at the speedo, or going like, I hope I'm not doing more than 70, I don't want to get a fucking fine, I've already got points on my licence, my insurance premiums will go up. And you will get that, I guarantee you, 99 times out of 100. Probably more than 99 times out of 100. So well done, you've now made the motorways more dangerous. Everything is so strange, this modern world, where so many things are done probably because of litigation. Oh, and it's 50 here, is it? Alright, 70. What the fuck? Okay, so that changed its camera. I didn't want that. Hang on, so 1 is internal, 2 is... Okay, alright. 3 is... Ah! Alert the policeman to my presence. Oh, wait a minute, was that... That's a rear view. That's in front view. Oh, I like this. This must be like that Mad Max thing. It's like, go and get the shotgun shell. Go on, go get it. Yeah. Oh, I just... Oh, shit, okay. Right, let's just go back to normal inside the cab view, shall we? Right. Why did that happen? I was pressing a button to try and do something. Oh, but anyway, that was it. I was talking about litigation. So, litigation has forced people to make things safer to the point where you'll even have signs like, caution, this tap dispenses hot water. It's like, yeah. Or you'll even have signs over like kettles in an office where it's like, caution, scalding hot water. And it's like, well, I was hoping it would be scalding hot water as it's a kettle. But all these signs are everywhere because of indemnity clauses to cover their arse. And we'll have like increasing like sort of things where things will be designed to be safer to use, so that people, through their stupidity or whatever, can't litigate and saying like, oh, well, you didn't have a sign saying you shouldn't do this, therefore I'm suing you. So the world has been made a safer place, or even to the point of like, well, somebody said something on the internet and it hurt my feelings. Oh, okay, we'll make laws saying that they are no longer able to say those things. Therefore, the internet will be safer. So all these laws are put in to make things safer. Yet at the same time, they'll do things which are really quite dangerous, like speed limits on motorways with variable speed limit cameras, so that rather than looking at the fucking road ahead of you, you're looking at your speedo. So when got to do it again, bastards. So when a roundabout suddenly comes up to you, you don't see it because you're busy looking in between your steering wheel to make sure that your cruise control is set to 70 kilometers an hour, rather than looking at the road ahead. So yeah, they try and make things safer, but then there's a whole bunch of dangerous stuff, and frankly, I think the Victorians were a lot more sensible. And I think it was a better way to live as well, because the Victorians accomplished a fuckload more than we ever did. Mate, you better let me in. Fuck off. If these files get damaged, your head's going on the spike. And it won't be that me that's doing it, it'll be those Somalians, you know, the proper Swedes. Oh, anyway, it's 70 here, so let's bring it down to 70. There we go. It's just like aim away from face on toy guns. Yeah, I suppose they do that because like kids might not be able to, you know, might confuse toy guns with real guns, and then, you know, they'll shoot themselves in the face because they'll have access to a real gun. In which case, you know, the question then has to be parental neglect, because like having a gun just lying around where a kid can access is like having access to a chainsaw or anything else that's dangerous, or you know, your car keys. It's like, why did the child get that? You were negligent in your duties. Yeah. What a wonderful world. Look at this, what a fucking cup country. I mean, France, this would be 90 kilometers an hour, but here it's 70. Fucking 70. It's like, you'll confuse me with someone who wants to spend an extra minute in Sweden that I don't have to. No, this is wrong. Stop this. I want to go faster. Actually, you know what, sod it, I'm going faster. Screw your optics, I'm going faster. I declare that this road is 90k pph. And I'm from West Africa, so I can say that whenever I want. There we go, that's better. I like trucking. I like trucking. I like trucking, and I like to truck. I like trucking. I like trucking. If you don't like trucking, then tough luck. Do I have any bacon in the fridge? I won't be able to do chicken and bacon if I don't have bacon in the fridge. Speeding offence? How about this speeding offence? Suck them, Bjorn. Don't you understand that this is part and parcel of my culture? I'm not speeding, I'm just doing French limits. You know, like you might have a game of hopscotch or lacrosse or something. The Somalians have a game of grenade cricket. There we go. There. Well, that sign said 90, so I'm doing 90. So what's the problem? Sometimes you have to take an unorthodox approach to this, and you know what? I really don't like Sweden, so I'm frankly done with it. I want to get. Well, the retard's engaging. I'm going downhill. Sorry, not the retarder. That might offend somebody on the internet. I mean the spastic mongoloid flid brake. The Durbrain brake. Yeah. Oh, it's a single carriageway, so I suppose that's 50 miles an hour, but you know what, 90's fine. I'd go faster if it let me, but look, I can press the button to go slower, but 90 is as fast as it will let me go. I mean, that's the European internationally agreed upon speed limit. Anyway, let's check my high score. Yeah, those numbers are normal. That number's fine. That number's fine. So currently doing 35. Yep. So average fuel consumption of 32 litres per 100. That's pretty good. I wonder if I can get below 30 litres per 100 kilometres. We'll have to see. Now the thing is, if I was really concerned about that speed limit, sorry, about that fuel trying to get it, I would actually be following the speed limit, which I'm probably obliged to anyway, as I can't overtake that coach. Or can I? Now we do that. Fuck off. But yeah, if I was concerned about fuel efficiency, I would be following a speed limit, because if I'm going slower, I'm using less fuel. But that's all well and good, but you gotta understand this is Sweden, and I don't like it. Anyway, here's Kalmar. Oh, I've achievement progress. Sites here, 5 of 27. Maybe if I alert other road users to my presence, that will change. Yep, it did. Oh, listen to that purr of the V8. I was right. I didn't get bored of listening to that thrumming away in the background. Let's take time to appreciate the sound. Alright, I'm here. Let's reverse into the holographic no, not triangle. The holographic cube. Where do you want it? What, I've got to bring my tractor onto it? Yep, I've got to bring the tractor onto it. Handbrake on. Wonder if, yeah, lorry. If you were owning a fleet, you will probably have GPS telemetry systems on it, so you know exactly where your lorries are at all time. Not only does that allow you to spy on all your workers. Fire's going low. But it also means that if they're going on an unauthorized route or something, you can ring them up and interrogate. But yeah, they will do it. They can even sort of configure it where they have like all the lorries on the map, and if one starts speeding, it will alert the overseer as to what's happening. So we're going to engage the that thing. Right, that's engaged. Let's have a look at some of these levels. Well, that makes no difference. Anyway, go in gear. And hopefully the water should be nice and hot now so I can have my bath. Well, this is a bit of a tight squeeze. Avoiding that trailer. Right. I think it's probably going to be better if I go all the way around. So let's try that again. Can I be jamming? Can I get it in? See if I can just do a U-turn here. No, I can't. Not enough room. Right, let's go around and do that. Typical Fortnite game. Hello, I'm going to sub and like right now. How are you doing today, mate? Pretty good. Woke up early. Decided, hey, you know what would be a pretty good laugh? As I've woken up early, let's do an early morning stream where I'm lorry driving and run over this Swedish bloke. He likes it. It's part of their culture. They sort of celebrate the new Swedes run over the old Swedes in lorries. You know, like midsummer, and they run over their cars as well. So just celebrating part of local Swedish customs where you run people over and crash into their cars, especially on Christmas. Actually, is that a German custom? Hey, it's the coolest kid in the block streaming again. Oh, thank you, Jonah. Yeah, anyway, I'm in the disgusting, awful country of Sweden, and I'm trying to minimise my amount of time here so I don't catch the gay. But yeah, at the same time, I was like, you know what, it'd be pretty good if I get some experience trailer reversing before I do it in real life as a job. So, as much as I want to skip this, I'm doing it. I'm doing it so that I don't have to learn on the job, as it were. Far better to do it in the safety of a simulator than in real life. Helps if the engine's on. Tell you what, that loading bay there, that is not as much of a struggle to get into as the loading bay in Italy, because I had plenty of room to come up from the side over there, sort of line it up, and then just back in. So now I press E, turn the engine off. I'm not decoupling the trailer because it's my trailer, so let's just unload the trailer. And there it is. Excellent. No damage to the internal goods. Oh, look at that trailer maneuvering bonus. Yeah, I've just gained a level. Alright, what am I going to spend my XP point on? Well, let's fill my ADR certificates, and now there we are. I can carry anything that's dangerous. I can carry explosives, like fireworks, flammable gases, flammable liquids, flammable solid, toxic and infectious substances, or corrosive substances. So I'll apply that, and there we go. So we got some new upgrades. What we got is new upgrades. Oh, the space. We've got lower grills. We got new engines, a Scania. We got 508 horsepower one. Yeah, I think I'll have that. 580 horsepower. Now we're talking. What have we got on DAF? DAF's got a new 530 horsepower engine. Iveco has got shit, because Iveco really is the budget, you know, it's the Tesco everyday value brand. MAN is much like, it's the second cheapest. What has Mercedes got? It's got a new engine, 451, oh yeah, 405 kilowatts, that's why they do it in kilowatts. Renault does a 520 horsepower, or Peugeot. Is it Peugeot? I forget what it is now. But they have a different horsepower rating than the English or American horsepower rating. And they're scanning out. What have Volvo got? They got a 600 horsepower engine. Very nice. But anyway, that's me done. If you like Hobbit, you can find on my channel Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's right. So Tuesdays is JJLE. It's at 7 o'clock. And Thursdays is 14 Words, and that's at 7 o'clock. And tonight, it'll be a topical panel show. I asked the chat what number it is, but I'll find out later. Banter Nationalism episode, I think it's 105, it might be 106. And that's going to be 7 o'clock on my show. So anyway, we are going to end the stream. Your progress will be saved automatically. Do you really want to quit? Yeah, I do. Oh, I didn't look at the upgrades available for the trailer. Well, that'll have to come next time. Same truck place, same truck time. Well, it won't be the same truck time. It'll be whenever I feel like it. Goodbye.